welcome to the radio show, Late Nights with the Laid Back Ass Podcast. Ladies, strap yourselves in and enjoy the show.
And fellas.
And fellas, if you're listening, strap yourselves in and enjoy the show. No homo. And if you are homo, you can hang out too. We don't discriminate over here on the Laid Back Ass Podcast. Yeah. Did I sound like Keith Sweat?
Well, I mean, you sounded like somebody on the radio.
How's it going, ladies?
And one of
Welcome to the Keith Sweat Show. And the first thing I want to do is tell you that this episode is sponsored by Harris Boys Electrical Service. Yeah. It's Keith Sweat. Did that sound like Keith Sweat?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let's pay some bills.
All I can.
Now a word from our sponsors.
This episode of the Laid Back Ass Podcast is sponsored by Harris Boys Electrical Service. If you need any lights, plugs, switches, maybe you got some circuits in your house that's not working. Maybe you trying to sell your house and the real estate agent then told you that you got to get this stuff fixed, man. You got to get this stuff fixed and then it didn't pass the inspection. That's okay. That's okay. We can take care of that over there at Harris Boys Electrical Service. All you got to do is call 810-449-2445. We bring power to the people. Now let's start the show. Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Laid Back Ass Podcast. It's your man, Figure the Kid, a.k.a. Boyan Balls on your bitch, Serbian Slut Slayer, a.k.a. Bohan Balls on your bitch, the Croatian Coochie Connoisseur, a.k.a. Gert the Kid, because I want you to suck on my penis, baby. I want you right there down on your knees for me. Yes, sir. Behind the scenes, we got
J-Dub.
J-Dub. Y'all know what it is, a.k.a.
J-Dub.
Okay, a.k.a.
White boy Whiting.
Let's go, man. We coming to y'all live from the studio.
Yep.
And man, we got some stuff to talk about this week. It's not much. We here for a good time, not a long time. And we got shit to do tonight, people. Okay? We got shit to do tonight.
Lots of shit still
Baby.
to do at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
The day is not over till the day is over, baby.
It's young, baby.
You dig what I'm saying? That's why we here with y'all trying to vibe and get these topics going. Matter of fact, do me a favor. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let everybody know you listening to the best podcast in late night. I'm going to do my best to share it too, man. I don't want to be that guy who doesn't share the podcast so everybody could tune in. Here y'all go. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You feel what I'm saying? And then really do comment. Really, because I'm finna be asking y'all real questions, man. I ain't got time to be out here talking to myself. You know what it is? So anyway, J-Dub. How you doing this week, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. I just got back from North Carolina.
Okay. How was your wedding?
It was actually probably the top 20 of any wedding I've ever done.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was a blast for sure.
I'm happy for you, bro. Did you marry a black woman?
I didn't marry anybody.
Oh.
But I did perform the ceremony. So I technically did.
Was that
You couldn't hear it here, but I could hear it, yes.
was that a black woman?
Nope.
Was it a black woman?
Nope, there was no.
Was there any black people at this wedding?
There was. One dude.
One black dude? Was
And
he
you know
like
a funny story
black?
about that? No.
He was a black.
I'm not going to say that. I'm going to tell you that if he was in our area of Flint, he would, you know what I'm saying? He would have knew what to do, where to go, and type shit. You know, how to walk, how to talk, type shit. The funny thing is, he actually had the groom at his wedding, and Dan was the only white dude at his wedding reception.
Okay,
and then
is
he
he
being
black, white? Or is he white, black, or white, white?
No, but he grew up in Mount Morris, Beecher. I mean, he's
so what is
got
that?
a little.
So is he white, white? Is he white, black?
I would say he's more white black. I mean,
you feel comfortable saying that though, but you don't feel comfortable saying this.
Well, because I'm not. I'm a white man, so at least I have part of that to be able to, go along with.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Just whatever. Anyway.
You know any Indians?
Which ones? What do you mean?
Native American Indians that also like one of the parents is a Native American, the other parent is from.
No, I don't.
That would be crazy.
We need to
that
interview
would
one
be
right now.
crazy.
Who's watching? I know one of you guys
I know
has part of
yes,
that
yes.
equation.
If we got somebody who was Indian, part Indian and part Indian, yo, need you on the pod immediately.
Correct.
Navajo and Red Dot. I need both of y'all.
Red dot.
Is that racist?
I think so, but I mean,
I think that's just a description.
I thought you were talking about a gun. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
So now they black.
well, I think anybody can own a gun that has a red dot.
Do you?
I do not have a red dot.
So you white.
Sure. Whatever you want to call me. Whatever. you
white
wanna call-
people definitely own guns with red dots.
Oh, I think those are. I don't know. Red white people.
Red white people. Not red like Indian either.
No. Color.
Red like white.
Red like and blue.
Red, white, and blue. Okay. I see what you did there. I see what you
Similar
did
to
there.
that, you know.
No, I see what you did there. How was my week?
Yeah, how was yours?
It was cool, man. It was cool. Went to an open mic
Where?
in Flint, Michigan,
Nice. Where?
at Queen's Provision.
Okay.
It's on the first floor of the Barrett Hotel. Yeah, you know
The
the,
what
Barrett
hotel?
The
Uh-uh.
Barrett Hotel. It's not a hotel anymore. Now it's an apartment complex
Oh,
or
okay.
apartment building. But
Downtown?
yes, right off. What's that? Whatever that street is behind Saginaw
Was it by Soggy?
by Soggy.
MLK, isn't it?
No, because I mean technically that is behind Saginaw, but the street behind that.
Okay. Grand Traverse?
But it's before.
Oh, I
It's
don't
where it branches off into Saginaw
Okay.
and MLK, but it's behind that. Grand Traverse is on the other side of
Okay.
Carriage Town,
Yeah.
but it's basically in Carriage Town.
I got you.
Long story short, right before you get to the bridge,
Okay.
it's a wine and charcuterie bar. Bar. I guess that's the
Room?
word. Area.
I think they call them like rooms.
Charcuterie place.
Wine, like a tasting room.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I
That's
think
what it is. So you can go in there and get you a charcuterie plate.
That sounds white.
White is for sure. Right across from the building is where like the majority of the homeless people sleep in the summertime. Like right outside. It's our version of what's that street called in LA? Skid Row.
Yeah.
Skid Row. That's our version of Skid Row.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Did you know we had a version of Skid Row?
I didn't actually. I don't know if I've ever. I think I've been on that road before.
If you want to feed some homeless people, that's where you find them at.
So if I want to go buy a bunch of shoes, buy a bunch of food,
That's where you take them to.
and then go over there and just turn my camera on and put it in the passenger seat. And
Yeah, turn the camera on or have your homie walk up with it and
Yeah.
hand stuff out on camera.
Yeah, make sure I get all of the.
You gotta catch everything on footage. Russ, did you do it?
Never did it.
Yeah, you didn't do it.
Didn't even spend the money.
Yeah, and none of the people who you did it for will appreciate it.
Yeah,
Unless you
it's
record
seen by everybody
it.
else.
Yeah, yeah, and then you gotta say it's because you want to inspire others to do the same.
Right. It's not because you want to have the fame. It's because you want others to do that, which is cool. And you don't stop until
I
you
think
get
it's-
millions of followers.
I do think it's fair to say that a part of them wants to do it to be a good person.
Oh, dude, they wouldn't be doing it if they
yeah,
didn't.
fair to say that a
I
part of them.
agree.
And
But
I don't
then when
think
you
that any
there's an
part-
opportunity there.
Yeah, I don't think the opportunist part of them negates any of the good, being a good person aspect of it. I think a lot of people say that it does or feel like it does.
I don't think it does either. That was all just a bit.
But I do
there.
think it's fair if the opportunist, if it seems like you're leaning more into the opportunist realm than the doing a good favor realm. Like if you walk into Skid Row and you give one person $100 and you videotape it, you're being an opportunist. You could have gave 10 people $10.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You could have actually done some help there, but you're just doing it for the clicks and views. You're being more of an opportunist than you are being a helpful person or a
Correct.
good person. And I think that's where it
shows difference.
that's where the scales kind of tip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I have no problem with. I think.
I think the lighting looks better like this.
I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna tell you what my problem is. I don't like when I go to like Walmart and they ask me to donate my change for whatever charity that they gonna use as a tax write off. You gonna use my change as your tax write off? What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah. But do they have to actually claim what we tip or give
If they
towards the total? What I'm getting at is we just say, yeah, we'd throw money towards it if you put money in a bin and you gave it to this charity. And then at the end of the year, they're like, all right, we made $6 million on people's extras. So we're going to give Children's Miracle Network $2 million. Can they do that, or do they have to give?
I would think that would be fraud.
Whew,
But
I would hope so.
even
but
then,
like,
a $6 million tax write off, it saves them $6 million. If you get to the end of the year and they tell you got a $50 million tax bill and you show them that you got $6 million in charities from customers who gave you change and you putting that in your charity.
True, because that money never came from anybody else other than us.
And let's say you even price match it. Let's say they also put in $6 million. Well, they still getting the $6 million for free change.
Yep.
Like $6 million is a lot of money.
Well, yeah, I
Or
don't
however-
know what it is. That was just a hypothetical. But
let's say it's $6 million because the amount of people who frequent Walmart on a regular
yeah,
basis.
I would say that you're dealing with millions for sure.
You're dealing with millions. You're dealing with millions of dollars that they getting the tax write off for.
Damn, so I just need to put that button down at the bottom of my page.
That's why I don't ever donate my change when they like Arby's or something or McDonald's
Yeah.
or Walmart. I never donate my change.
Wow.
Because this is just your way to have a tax write off on my dime.
Dang.
You'll think y'all smart, and you are, and you are smart.
They are,
you
because
paid
the
somebody to come
14
up with that
cents,
plan.
the 14 cents 10 times that I'm gonna, the $1.40 that I'm gonna put in still isn't stopping them from putting $6 million in write-offs. But at least you know that you didn't partake in giving them that.
I mean, if I personally have a problem with billion-dollar companies or billionaires not paying taxes, I think it's my duty to not help them avoid paying taxes. Right? Especially when I could just donate the money myself. If I wanted to donate 20 cents to a charity, I could do that. You know what I mean? I don't need you to be my middleman for donating to charities.
True.
Just so I
But
could
it's
feel,
a way
just so I
to-
could feel good about myself tonight. That's all we're really getting out of it.
But I mean, it's a way to catch those people that don't have that thought all the time. So like,
Oh yeah, no, they definitely make a lot of money off of it, and they're going to continue because a lot of people who not going to acknowledge the fact that they getting a tax write off on your money.
yeah.
It's a lot of people who not going to care, really.
Damn, so even the corporate company that I worked for, they had times where they're pushing, okay, hey, we're going to do this for United Way.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing this for this.
Mm-hmm. That's their tax write off.
I'm like, okay, cool. Our company is involved.
In which they are. I mean, they are getting
No,
the
they
money
are.
to the companies.
And yeah, that's obviously the ultimate goal anyway for my heart,
Mhm.
right? And that's just bringing the knowledge to that, like bringing the light to it. It's like, damn, that's just a huge like tax loophole type thing. I feel like
A huge tax loophole.
yeah, huge.
But you know, they can write off
'Cause-
so many millions of dollars in charities,
Bro,
charitable contributions.
Imagine you did that. Imagine right now you were just like, all right, so
Everybody buy my album and donate $5 to charity,
yep.
and then at the end of the year, I had so much money in charitable contributions that I could write off all my taxes. For
I
the
mean,
year.
just pretend that it was more than what you made. You know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, it was more than what you brought in. Regardless.
I mean, I've known some really good. I've known some really good, like, I don't want to put nobody's business out there, so I'm not going to say any names, but I've known some really good non-profit loopholes when it comes to paying your taxes. If you got access to a non-profit and a few other things, there's some really good loopholes you could take advantage of.
Yeah, we may or may not talk about it after the pod.
Yeah, I mean, loopholes are legal. They're not illegal loopholes.
Well, no, I don't mean that. I just mean I'm not trying to put all that out there right now.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna tell everybody these people's business, but you know, they just know there are. You can you can live your life like a corporation if you find out those loopholes. All you gotta do is figure them out. They out there. They are definitely out there.
All right, what's next?
Yeah,
Or where are we going with that? Where are we going with it?
nowhere, man. That was just talk about taxes. I hope we educated people.
Me too. No, seriously. Yeah. But
So let's get into some topics then, because I don't know. Did you see Offset at the Colorado game?
I didn't. I seen a picture of him, but I
He was
didn't.
at the It was a lot of people who went to the Colorado game.
Yeah.
A lot of
A
people.
lot of people.
And okay,
I'm pretty sure
there's some stuff I want to talk about with Coach Prime, but
Nick Cannon and then Drumline was there.
it was a lot of shit going on. The Rock was there.
The Rock,
The Rock.
another rapper.
ESPN, and I was talking to one of my homies about this. ESPN is giving Deion Sanders a lot of coverage. A lot of coverage. Especially for a college football team. It's not even like in the main division or whatever it's called, because I don't watch a lot of college football. But I think they setting him up for failure, man. But also, they have 2 wins already this year, and last year they went 1-11, so they already in a better position than they was last year.
Correct.
But I feel like ESPN is setting them up for failure, and I say that because they hyping him up. They said they were supposed to win that last game against Colorado State by, was it Colorado University? Whatever.
Yeah, it was like Colorado and Colorado
Yeah.
State or something like that.
Whoever they was playing, they were supposed to win by 40. Is what ESPN was saying. They gonna win this game by 40 points, hyping them up like crazy. They only won by like 6 points.
They thought they were gonna beat them that bad.
The spread was like 26
Well, and
points.
they tied
They
barely.
had like a 26-point spread.
They barely tied to end regulation.
They had a 26-point spread in their favor, in Coach Prime team favor.
Yeah.
And so many people took that spread because they believed what ESPN was talking about. And that game was way closer than what that spread was saying.
Yeah, well, right. Like I said, that they barely got it into fucking overtime, and then wasn't it overtime?
I think so, yes. I think it was double overtime, actually.
Okay.
I think it might have been double overtime.
Okay. Well, either way, yeah.
Yeah. But they did win. Shout out to them. It's a lot of celebrities going down there supporting the school.
I seen like his sunglasses are like
Selling a lot of sunglasses. He made
Yeah.
like $4 million on sunglasses.
crazy.
Selling sunglasses.
In like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah. So, how do you feel about it? Do you think you think they're overhyping the team because they fuck with Deion Sanders?
I can see that. I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking like they're, the team is supposed to be better this year, so they were going, kind of like an underdog story type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a lot of coverage about shit, just about him.
Do
So
you think if they lose, they will look bad given all the hype surrounding them.
One game, maybe not. But if they lose 2 in a row,
But also, they only won one game last season. They coming off a 1-game season, so they already doing better than they were.
right? But they smoked somebody the first week.
Who they
probably.
playing? Like Oregon or something?
I don't know.
They playing a really good team. I don't know, man. What'll happen? Honestly, they got some really good teams on their schedule.
Well, I don't know how that works either, unless it's their division. But
Yeah. Okay, let's get into that first topic about Coach Prime. Then, did you see that he ranks his kids?
no, I didn't see that.
He ranks his children between like his favorite kids, and they can go up and down in the ranking depending on how well they do.
Didn't know that.
And he said everybody ranks their kids. You have kids.
I have a kid.
Do you have a favorite?
Yes. Yes, I do. If I had 2 kids, I don't think I would. But I would be able to tell you that the feeling that I have of the one kid who's new would be different than the feeling that I'd have of Mila and whatever age she is at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've went through that growing up stage already and I'm here. So like, I mean, I'm not saying it's any different. It's not a lesser love or anything. It's just it's different now than it was when she was a baby.
Mm-hmm. So he said he got favorites.
I couldn't do it.
Like he got like 5 kids,
No.
and one of them is his favorite right now.
And that's his
They
quarterback.
doing
That's the
well.
quarterback probably.
Yeah, but his other kids are doing pretty well, is what he said. So he said it's a toss up, but right now he got favorites. But he said everybody got favorites.
What a dick.
If you don't have favorites, you lying. That's what he said.
No, I think
If
he
you
just
say you don't have favorites, you lying. He just honest about it.
honest, probably. But that's not really the case. I mean, you would ask some people probably, and it would be the truth. But
Mm-hmm. You think it's wrong to have favorites then?
no. Well, wrong in what? Maybe.
Do you think it's wrong to tell your kids, you're not my favorite right now. This other child is my favorite.
I think as far as the child's development, it's probably not good for.
Mhm.
But if I don't know. I think that wouldn't be good for the child's mindset to be like that.
Yeah. I think he is. I'm not gonna say how I feel about him because, when you're in front of company, you gotta show. you gotta have some manners. So in the public eye, I will always say that he's an amazing football player, doing a great job with them boys, and I hope they continue to win. That's really all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
If I have any criticism, I'll say it.
But you don't.
I'll keep it to myself if I do. But I don't. I don't. He doing a great job with them boys, and I hope he continue winning. You know what I'm saying?
I do. I hope he continues to win too.
Yeah. I think, that's all I'm gonna say. I think that's all I'm gonna say because I have some thoughts, but they say timing is everything, and this ain't the right time to share the few thoughts that I have.
Right.
Maybe next time we talk about Coach Prime.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. And I kind of agree.
Yeah. Next topic. Let's talk about Delta real quick. Okay.
Yeah, fill me in.
Delta made some policy changes for their Delta Sky Lounge. and people feels like these policy changes are anti-black. Now, my question is, are these policies anti-black or is it just capitalism? I'm going to read these. Oh, wait, let me go to Twitter. Oh, shuckity duck nuts.
Shuckity duck nuts. Is that what you're making for dinner tonight?
Oh, before we get into that, let me play this video.
But you know it's he is moving up. He is moving on up like the Jeffersons. Moving on up like
All right.
Turn it all the way up on your phone,
he
too.
is moving up. He is moving on up like the Jeffersons. But Shador is straight up balling too. Bossy came in and gave me the biggest hug and kiss and appreciation for Daddy that she could ever give me at the end of the game. So that was great. And Junior's been balling. What he does on social media is fascinating. So it's tough. My kids' rankings are tough. It's a serious run right now. It really is. It's a serious run right now. I'm the only one that's honest about ranking my kids. You guys act like you love all of them the same, and you don't. I don't know why y'all act like that. He is.
He remind me
moving
of BoJack Horseman.
I don't know who that is.
You ain't never seen that show? He kind of look like him a little bit. That's who he remind me of. Hold on. Let me share this.
Shepard is walking in right now.
He pretty late.
Yep, and that'll do it. Another episode, another episode finished.
Yeah, man, you a little late, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man.
I'm always on time.
You kind of,
Just early.
you like a half hour late, man.
Fell asleep, man.
You fell asleep.
Yeah.
All right, which one you on? Give me a check real quick, bro.
This guy's crazy, y'all. What? Yeah, everybody make some noise for Shepard for showing up
I'm on time.
to work late as hell today.
I was late to work this morning.
You late to work now.
I'm late to work now. It's a late day for me.
Late tomorrow.
This is
Don't do
insane.
that. I can't be late that many times.
Don't be late, bro. Yeah, I know them points, bro.
They starting to add up.
They starting to.
They
add
starting to
up.
look at me funny. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, man, you wildin', man. We almost fired you today.
Yeah, that's black, right?
That's black. Now that's black.
So what y'all talk about? You know.
We were just talking about Deion. What's your
Oh,
thoughts?
that hit
No,
Ranking his
Deion
kids.
Sanders.
ranking his kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's cool.
You think that's cool to rank your kids?
Yeah, he's not saying that he loves them any, like, to me it's not like saying like they not getting love.
Right.
Any
his
different
ranking-
love. It's
yeah.
just ranking and how they're doing right now.
He
Yeah,
said he
it's
don't
like-
love all his kids the same.
If
You're not. Nobody loves all their kids the same. If they saying that, they a lie. You're not gonna, because every kid requires a different type of love.
right.
So why, if you're loving your kids the same way, you're doing your kids an injustice.
But he's saying that in the sense of ranking them. He's not saying that in
No,
the
he's
sense of I'm
like-
loving them differently. He's saying that in the sense of I'm ranking my kids because
How
I don't
good they
love
are.
them the same.
Yeah. I don't-
That means you're ranking them between I love them more than I love them right now.
But you could tell that he loves his, like.
I mean,
they-
nobody said he don't love his kids.
It's different.
We're saying
I would
that
say
here
it was
ranking
different
the
if you
love.
could like, you could tell it's a different type of love for like. You could tell that he really don't like this kid, like, cause I think the
Nobody said.
no, I think how he do Shiloh, I think he do that on purpose. Shiloh is always last, but if you see like they relationship on TikTok and stuff, cause I follow Shiloh on TikTok, I see why he last, cause he always on his dad head, like always.
Mm.
Like it was one that he was talking about how his dad was like, "Oh, you gonna be in shape for this season?" He's like, "Yeah, I graduate. I'm gonna be all in this like insane shape." And he was like, "We're gonna hold a father-son expedition." And Shiloh was like, "Bro, you don't got no toes. You can't even run. like he was getting on his head, dog, like for 20 minutes about him missing 2 toes. He's like, you 98%.
98%, which honestly, missing 2 toes, you more like 80%. But
But yeah, like if you, I would say it would be different if you could, like, it's obvious that he don't like this kid. Like it's one of them he really just don't like.
mm-hmm.
But I think,
But I think if you're saying this on a national stage, you're perpetuating something to people who are going to misinterpret it.
yeah,
They're going to misinterpret it, and then they're going to say it's okay to love this kid less than the other one, and then tell their kids that.
yeah, that's on them. I see it a different way. It sparks like, I don't know. It's just like a friendly, like even with like when them all together, you see videos of them all together. They really do like be like doing stuff just to get in ahead of each other on the rankings and stuff like that. Like it's playful banter, and it'd be hilarious. Especially his other kids be, yeah, it just be funny to me. I don't know.
Tell me he don't though. Look.
Oh
Oh,
man.
hell no, man. Let me pull this nigga up, dog. It's the nose. His nose point down like this nigga nose point down. Look at him. Look at him. Oh,
Why?
man, dog. Y'all can't tell me, man. Listen, man. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Did we get into the next topic?
I don't know.
Oh, we did. We started talking about it. Delta policy changes. Are they anti-black or are they anti-capitalist?
All right.
I mean, not anti-capitalist, but just capitalism in general. All right. I'm finna discuss them. It's kind of long, but stick with me. The major changes are the miles no longer count towards your medallion status. Starting in 2024, only the MQDs or your spending will count towards medallion status. Sky Miles Platinum Amex card holders will no longer have access to any Delta Sky clubs starting in January 2024.
Okay.
Sky Miles Platinum Amex card holders will not have access to any Delta Sky clubs. What's the point of having a Sky Miles Platinum Amex card? There's no Sky Miles going on here. I can't even get into the Sky Lounge. Continue. It will now take a minimum of 6,000 to reach the lowest medallion status level, silver. That is 3,000 more than it took this year. It would take a minimum of $6,000 in spending, cash, to reach the lowest medallion status, not through miles. You can't get it through miles. Currently, Delta gives MQD waivers for those who spend $25,000. Starting next year, the spend amount will only get you up to 2,500 MQDs, which is absolutely ridiculous. Delta has also taken drastic measures of restricting the number of times all card holders can access Sky Lounges. Amex Platinum card users can use the Sky Lounge 6 annual times a year. Amex Business Platinum cards can use it 6 annual times a year. Amex Sky Miles Reserve cards 10 annual visits. They get 2 guest passes. The only exception to the Sky Miles Club limits is for Amex cards. It's the black card holders. Now, people are saying it's anti-black. I'll explain why. And others just feel like it's just capitalism in general. Which one do you want to hear first? Capitalism in general?
Yes.
Okay. It's capitalism in general because the Sky Lounge lines were out the door. So many people were getting access to them Sky Mile Platinum card, Amex cards, right?
Yep.
That they were abusing the Delta Sky Lounges, especially after they posted it on TikTok, and then everybody started taking advantage of it, right? So the lines were crazy, like out the Sky Lounge, out the hall, out down the in the airport down the way. Like, you couldn't even get into the fucking Sky Lounge, and the people who could get in, it was overcrowded, and it wasn't like a luxury anymore.
It
You know what I
was-
mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like so before
Saturated as fuck.
Yeah, it was oversaturated at this point, and this is pretty much how all the Sky Lounges is looking at the airport. You know, so this is their way to combat that and make it more exclusive. So there'd be less people in there, it'd be less crowded. Obviously, the big spenders is why they say it's capitalism. The big spenders who can access it with the black cars and use it whenever they want to, they want them to be comfortable. And those were the people, the billionaires, or the people who really had a problem with it, the millionaires. Those are the people who was complaining about it being overcrowded with the poors.
Well, the like thems, I think, is more of a.
Appropriate.
I don't know, I guess. I don't know their intention, but that's how I would hope it would be. Like, I get, like. But I mean, security measures are all taken for everybody. So why was it, I don't know.
They got on there and said, it smell broken here.
It smell broken. It smell broken here. Yeah, and then people are saying it's anti-black because they started seeing black people have access to this space, and they started raising the threshold of entering the space, like they usually do with black, or like they have done in the past with black people. Once they see black people being able to enjoy a luxury, they make it more exclusive as to exclude black.
Okay.
And then people are like, well, I'm not black and it affects me, but they don't understand that the people who have a problem with black people have no issue with excluding you, as long as it also excludes black people.
I mean, you're saying that could be a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess my question is, do you think the motives are driven more behind it being an anti-black thing, or are they driven behind capitalism and the billionaires just not wanting to be around this crowded people, and they want the luxury, the exclusivity?
I could agree with that one. I'm not saying it couldn't be the other way, though.
Yeah, they
But
got on the plane.
It could
like,
be both.
Went to the attendant. Why is it a monkey in this?
These poor monkeys.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, they was very angry about all those people, and I could see how it was both.
Mhm.
I could see how it could be both anti-black and capitalist to raise the threshold for the policies, or to raise the threshold for entering the Sky Lounge. I also can see how it was being abused. Why would you even want to go into the Sky Lounge if it's that many people in the Sky Lounge? I would rather sit in the regular fucking airport.
Well, yeah. I try not to sit there too long
Where?
at the airport.
You trying to sit, just sit at the airport?
I said I try not to sit there long. Like, I don't know why. I mean, like, if I had a bunch of money and I was traveling all the time, and
I
I
guess
was
it's
in
for
Sky
layovers.
Club, it would be cool.
Like a layover, if you got a layover 5 hours, you go to the Sky Lounge and hang out there.
Yeah, that's true. Or you're stuck sitting in just one of those airport seats.
What I do is I just sit in the airport and chill for a few hours.
Yeah.
Really ain't that serious.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's
If they
more than
say
a
it's-
few
if
hours,
they
you
say
could
if it's-
really walk around town if you wanted.
They say it's a 5-hour wait at the airport. That means you're gonna spend an hour deplaning and an hour boarding.
Yep.
So you really got like a 3-hour wait. You could take a nap.
Yeah.
You grab some food. You can go to the bar.
Yep.
Get drunk.
You could get drunk. There's a list of things you can
Well,
do.
yeah, but you can get drunk in the Sky Lounge.
You could get drunk in the Sky Lounge. Not if it's crowded as fuck and you gotta wait in that line for 3
I don't
hours.
even know what the Sky Lounge is.
You don't know what the Sky Lounge is?
Nah.
if you go to the airport and you have access, you're a card holder for the Sky Lounges. It's basically like they got recliners in there, a bar, waitresses,
TVs, charging
TVs,
stations, your own bathroom, snacks usually, or food.
You ever been in there?
I have been in there once. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all got money.
No,
should
no,
travel with y'all.
no.
I've never been in the Sky Lounge.
Oh,
I flew with somebody else's like
typical.
Delta account and flew with
The white.
The white.
he's Haitian actually. So
He was
he's from the islands,
the
you know.
black.
Yeah, he's a pretty dark guy.
Oh,
He's a pretty dark guy.
yeah.
Amazing dude though.
So that's the new Delta policy, Sky Lounge policy.
Well, that would exclude me, and I wouldn't be a fan of Delta. It sucks because I love flying Delta. I'm comfortable there with them, but it's so much more money, so I don't.
They do charge a lot more extra. Honestly, I'm one of those people who I don't mind being if for it's a short flight. Obviously, if it's a flight like 3-4 hours, I can take an uncomfortable plane ride. That's fine with me. I go to sleep in all that uncomfortability and wake up and get where I'm going.
Well, yeah, but you ain't flying Spirit fucking to Hawaii.
There are no Spirit flights to Hawaii, but yes,
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's true.
you ain't flying into Europe either.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Spirit flights are typically pretty short flights.
Yeah, they're all whatever they're they're like round trip flights. You know what
they
I'm saying?
jumping from airport to airport. You're gonna have a little layover.
Yeah.
They're not really long ass flights. I mean, there might be. I haven't seen many of them. I know I've taken a flight to like L.A. That's like 4 or 5 hours. But I've never flew first class. I know once I do it, I'm gonna be addicted.
I never flew first class either. We only had access to the Sky Lounge.
Yeah, I know once I do it, I'm gonna be addicted to it. I'm gonna just cash out for it every time. So I try not to do it for my pocket's sake.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot more expensive, bro.
It's a hell of a lot more expensive. You're looking at like $400 or $500.
Yeah, you're looking at 3 times the price.
Yeah. What about you? You ever flew first class?
No.
You ever been on a plane before?
Where'd you fly?
I flew to Miami. I flew to New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Nolans.
New
what they call
Orleans.
it. Nolans.
That's white.
Nolans.
His.
Those the
New Orleans.
Yeah.
New
only
Orleans.
2 places I flew.
Okay.
You flew to L.A.
Have I ever flew to LA?
Did you go to L.A.?
No, I haven't.
You flew to Texas.
No, I didn't. I drove.
Well, you need to fly next time.
You
bro.
flew to
I'm
New
definitely
York.
flying next time.
You
'cause
flew to
that
New
was-
York.
I wanna go to New York.
Flew to Virginia.
You was in the car with me. What are you talking about?
You didn't go to L.A.?
No, I didn't go to LA.
What a loser.
I know. I wanted to go. You know, I just wasn't invited. I wasn't included.
I'm sure you could have just said, "Hey, I want to go."
Yeah, I probably could have.
You could have just be like, "Yo, I want to go to L.A."
Yeah, I'm going with y'all. Yeah, I would have been
Went
like,
there.
all right.
Yeah, you could just went to L.A.
So I didn't know about the LA trip until like 3 days before it. I was like,
You had the money. Could have took off work. We was out. You could have did that.
3 days before. That's
Could have
crazy.
did that, man. No, you a grown ass man.
I would have came back with no job.
People be saying that, but that's not true.
What?
You would have had a job when you came back.
I would have been applied to it.
You would have been good, bro. Don't worry about anything. You would have been good. You would have been good. See, people be worried about the wrong shit. You would have been good.
Worried about the wrong stuff. I'm worried about having some work.
All right, let's.
Get back.
All right. Let me ask this question then, since we finna get up out of here because you was so late for this podcast.
I was struggling today.
I thought this would be a good conversation to have because I like reading books. I also like reading manga. But which do you think is a better form of? I don't want to say better, but I guess I do. I guess I want to pit them against each other. Manga versus just a regular book. Which one is? I feel like the manga is providing the pictures, right? It's providing
Imagery.
this imagery for you. But books, you have that imagery in your in your own head. You provide it for yourself.
You
And
can make it whatever
could you
you want it to be.
do you think if your favorite mangas were written as stories without all of the imagery and more dialogue, more of the story being told in the words versus on the page as pictures, do you think you would appreciate them more or of the same value or less?
So, I do have a light novel and a manga that I'm reading at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I appreciate the manga for the imagery. It helps with the imagery. It helps with like connecting some of the things that in the light novel I didn't really understand.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the light novel goes in more depth.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate the novel because of the depth the conversations can go in, compared to the manga. It's just quick.
Mm-hmm.
It don't go into like details or anything, or it don't go into the amount of details like the book can actually go into.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate the manga for the imagery, the pictures and stuff like that, and like how the characters look.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the book because of the depth. I can get the details. I can get fully fleshed out things compared to the manga.
Mm-hmm. So, but which do you prefer?
I don't have a
Preference?
preference. Because I wish some manga did have a light novel,
Mm-hmm.
so you can get more details of what like some things they talk about like are people powers. Like, for instance, Bleach is a character that they bankai. It don't have no details. Even to this day, it's like no details about her bankai. What it actually does. I wish it was actually a book or either like a data or what they call like a data book that details explain the character and like
Mm.
their powers and stuff. So that's why I don't have a preference, because I'm like, I wish some manga did have a light novel,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish some light novels had a manga. So
It's such a different way of writing. I think I prefer books over mangas just because the way that I would look at the characters in my head, even if you gave me a full description of them, would likely be different than the way you looked at them in your head.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And we would create the perfect stories or the imagery, the perfect imagery for the stories based upon whatever the creator of the series or manga or whatever they meant for it to say. We would create that imagery. So if there was a fight, we would get all of the details of the fight and create that whole scene in our head. And I think I appreciate that more because I feel like I can break down that whole fight in my head in slow motion. But also I appreciate the manga and actually I appreciate the anime for imagery more than I appreciate mangas.
yeah,
The anime, if it's produced well,
yeah.
it typically
Because you
does
have
more for me.
have some shitty anime. That,
Yeah.
bro, who made this?
But I will say this: I can, like for One Piece, sometimes I don't even have to read the chapter. I just listen to somebody else reading the chapter explaining what happened because I don't really need the imagery. I just need you to tell me the story. I want to know the story of what's going on.
Yep.
But if it's like a crazy fight or some shit,
Oh yeah, I
or it's
gotta
like,
read it.
yeah, if it's something going on, something big in the story that I need to see, I'm gonna have to go read the manga for real.
Yep.
But if, for the most part, I really just want to hear where the story is, where the story is going.
Mm-hmm.
I do one thing that's so different about mangas, and I'm not saying anything new here, but they really release like Oda, for example, with One Piece. He releases a chapter a week for a year. At the most, that's 52 chapters. What is that, 52 weeks? Yes, 52.
52 weeks in
52 chapters a year. And it's not that because he take break
Breaks,
weeks.
yeah.
So it really be like 30 chapters a year.
Yeah.
That is so different than reading a story. And if you broke down the One Piece story as long as it is and put it, you wouldn't put it into one book. it would likely be as long as like
3, maybe 3 books.
all of the Harry Potter novels. Is probably the whole One Piece series if it was like if by the time it's finished. I would argue
But
that.
say yeah, about time. Yeah.
By the time it's finished, it would probably be as long as the Harry Potter series. But it would be broken down into
Yeah.
like books.
Yeah, it just takes so much longer because
The
the amount
East
of
Blue
detail
art,
some of these mangas be having, I'd be like, how did y'all draw this in a week? Because I'd be like, bro.
That's what I literally looked that up earlier today because I was like, how does Oda draw this shit? But it's he draws. I guess the basic is he draws everything that's moving. He draw the characters. He draw the birds. He draw the clouds. He draw everything that's moving. And his assistants draw everything in the background.
Yep. Because I know it's another manga artist. He used to be a tattoo artist. And you could tell that he used to be a tattoo artist because the amount of detail in his work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, even when his manga was coming out, it was a weekly basis. And I'm like, how do you get this much detail in a week?
I don't know how Oda is writing 17-page chapters and drawing them in a week though. Like
I'd be sitting there like,
7 days, 17 pages is crazy of pictures. It's crazy.
yeah, I don't know how these manga artists
You
do
know,
it.
drawing hit, but I mean, I guess if you dedicate yourself to 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
if you dedicate yourself to 8 hours a day,
But then you got a storyboard. Oh no, that's a lot of work though. I
that's
think
40 hours a week. Cause it's a real job. You still putting in.
Now,
the
some
same-
manga artists, they say they sit there and draw for like
Well, yeah,
15,
They-
16 hours a day.
they
And I'm like,
probably going extra hard, but I'm just saying like 40 hours a week, you could probably finish
Yeah.
a fair amount of what you need to get done, especially if your assistants is doing the background shit.
yeah. But still, like that's why I see why a lot of manga artists have health problems.
Have what?
A lot of health problems.
Yeah, well, I mean, even then, they are living a normal life, and regular people have health problems. If you're expected to release a manga every week, and you're also experiencing the regular woes of life, you're gonna have like your problems. You're gonna have your kinks in life. Everybody does, but it's just more accentuated because you're doing something on a public scale weekly. And it's not even like you have summers off or you have winters off. You're doing this shit. Oda been doing this shit weekly for 7 years or some shit like that.
Cause they were like, man, some of them be having like extreme back pains, multiple back surgeries, cause they always bent over drawing. I'm like, and then some of these people, like even the dude that drew Sailor Moon, he has other manga that have came out, like other manga series. He's been doing it for like 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, how y'all been sitting bent over for 30 years?
But you know, they probably got boards made to right here so they can just sit straight up and draw. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I would give me a table made to sit right up on my dumb ass. And I'm going to just draw like these, nigga. I'm not finna be hunched over for nobody.
But yeah, I'm just
What you
it
think,
make you
Jacob?
appreciate that.
I agree. I would be the same way.
Do you think
Ergonomics is important.
ergonomics is important? Do you don't read manga, but you read comic books, right?
Yeah.
Do you prefer comic books or traditional literature?
Like with just words?
Yeah, like a comic book is providing the imagery along with the words, but there's a lot less words.
A lot less words.
Because they provide a lot of context in the imagery.
Correct.
In a real book, all the context is provided through words.
Right. Color a shirt and all that other
Yeah.
shit.
And you create all the imagery with your imagination. Which one is better?
Well, comic books.
You think comic books are better?
I think it, yeah. Yes.
Okay. Why do you feel that way?
Easier on your mind, I
Easy.
guess. Like, it's easier to process everything. You could probably consume much more content that way. Because I don't have to read through.
Just such a childish way of putting it, because all I can think of is some picture books. Like, I just need a picture book.
Well, I mean, that would be even easier.
It is a picture book.
Well, there's still words you got to read.
Well, picture books do have words. Kids' books have like little sentences, just like comic books.
Whatever.
The duck says quack.
True that.
Dog says bark.
Yeah. Yep.
Just one sentence here and then one sentence there. But yes, no, that's interesting though, because he said he didn't have a preference. It was 50-50. I like books, and you said comic books
Yeah.
or manga in the same realm.
So whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Picture books.
This light got me looking light skinned.
No, you attractive in the light. You an ugly motherfucker
In the dark, I know.
That's
That
why. That's
light?
why you in the club. You don't get no bitches, but they can need to cut the lights on.
I look light skinned.
Boy, you gonna be getting them tatties. I can see you look like Maxwell.
I just looked at the picture. I'm like, bro, I look light skinned.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Like,
very-
usually I'm dark as hell, but today the light got me looking different.
Yeah, sir. You might get some bitches off that one, Maxwell.
It's just a Facebook feed here. It's not. This video, you guys are
He had to
not
do it, man.
Yeah, the
bleached out.
You hear that? You actually pretty dark, is what he said.
Yeah, he
You-
was like,
you-
this
You
monkey
silly
dark.
monkey.
No.
Man.
No.
He went freeze on you.
No.
Straight freezer on me. That's crazy, J Dub.
You silly monkey.
No way.
I got the real video.
Oh man, that's pretty funny, man. Anything you wanted to discuss?
Nah, cause it's the same old, in social media. So
Wait, did we ask him what he did last week?
What'd you do last week, freaky
I
boy?
was sick.
Oh, you had that.
Diarrhea.
You had mono.
Oh, you got mono? Damn, dude. Bro,
Mono.
there was
You
a
said, what the
terrible, there
heck
was
is
a
mono?
terrible, oh, you had mono. There was a terrible outbreak at the strip club 2 weeks ago. That's crazy.
At no strip club. The crazy thing is, I haven't been to a strip club.
You've been with somebody that's a stripper, though. You know what I'm saying?
I might have, but I haven't been to a strip club
That's how
since
you
I
got
was
mono.
18.
Oh, really?
You put your face in it.
What?
That's how you get mono.
Where
Listen.
did you even get that from?
I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's been a dope episode, guys. Next week we'll talk about how Jerry the Shepherd, he didn't say his AKAs, he put his face in it.
That is crazy.
You want to lead us out, bro? Tell them thank them for tapping in since you was late.
I got it. Thank you for tapping in to the Laid Back Ass Podcast. This your
And
boy.
we some laid
Oh,
back ass.
see, he
Let's
don't even know how to
go.
do
He
it.
don't know how to do it,
I
but
was gonna add some pedaz to
deuces,
it.
guys.